Okay, looks like I made it. I made it. I made it. All right. I was trying to get everything set up on time. Like, no, I'm not going to be super late this time. I kind of had them waiting a little, well, for a while. All right. Got everything going. Got my laptop set up. Whew. Bad call. I'm like, yeah, they're probably betting I'm going to be super late this time. Nope. Nope. I ain't being super late this time. I'm on time. But welcome everybody. Welcome. Sorry for everybody having to wait a little while for me to get to what the hell's going on today. There's a lot in the works, and I don't know if people know that Moscow was on lockdown as of 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago, Moscow was on lockdown. I don't know much of what's going on now, but this was their map. If I can put it up on this, that's the thumbnail. This was their map. It says Moscow. There's that, and then here's the. So Moscow was on lockdown. I don't know what it was about. I do know that the Russian citizens right now are stepping up against their governments and get ready to step up against them. Um, they're asking Putin to get the hell out. That's the biggest news, and everyone now is scared that Putin is going to use nuclear weapons, which I hope the heck doesn't happen. But that's what they're saying, that now Putin might do it to show the world that Russia's not weak and to get Ukraine to cave in to demands. So I hope that's not the case. Okay, let's continue on. Oh, this is not even connected to. I was wondering why this wasn't going anywhere. It's not even connected to the internet here. Yes, I am live. I know some people have a lag. That is not me. Mine is not saying that there's any kind of lag or anything going on right now. So, all right, there we go. I'm going to my main website so we could talk about some things. The main topic I wanted to talk about today was Medvedev put out another World War III threat to the United States and NATO, saying that we're pretty close to that moment where countries are going to end up on fire. Now, this is the head of the Security Council in Russia, so this is a big deal. This guy is like the left hand of Putin, and pretty much next in line to be. He will be in the next elections as well, so he might, try to go for president again. Which right here, the apocalypse of John. So this is the third time that he's used the war to an apocalyptic event. Sorry, I'm trying to get it out. Trying to get it out. It's been a long day. But all right, let's try to turn this around. Yes, there we go. So this is the one I was talking about. The apocalypse of John is invoked by Medvedev. The prologue of the Third World War is approaching. Modern fighters and anti-aircraft get Kiev. So in this, there is a call that Ukraine is going for, and I don't know if NATO's going to do it or not, but it's not about to be good. Now, in this call, they are asking NATO if they can do a side group. So it wouldn't be NATO protecting them. It would be the kind of like a proxy of NATO, but it's NATO. It's still NATO. It will be NATO countries involved. So they're doing this with Kosovo. Y'all know Kosovo got NATO peacekeeping troops there. So it's kind of like those. It would be to guarantee when Ukraine takes the land that Russia doesn't come back in. NATO may or may not agree to this, but that's the proposal that's in the air right now. They're also asking for longer range missiles. So that's another thing that they're asking about. So that on top of longer range missiles, on top of they need a security zone around Zaporizhia because Russia doesn't want to uh, withdraw their troops. So we have that on top of Denver telling their residents to get their go bags ready. I mean, there's a lot coming out today, guys. On top of now all experts and officials changing their minds and saying that Vladimir Putin might be really close to using nuclear weapons in Ukraine. Just shift the tide of war, put some fear into Ukraine, and show the world that he's not playing around. According to the deputy head of Russia's Security Council, the West will not give any guarantees to Ukrainian Nazis because this is the same of the implementation of a NATO member that falls victim to an armed attack. Then all other members of the alliance will consider it an act of violence against all of its countries, and then it will take action. So at that moment, they will take action if it deems necessary. Sorry about that. It must be freezing for people because it's going. People are going out fast. Is it freezing for you guys, or can you actually see? Because a lot of people left out. I can go outside if that'll make it better. It's good. Good. Okay. All right. Let me continue on. You good on my end? All good. All right. All right. Good. Now, let me go into this so we can talk about our next one. Let's see. Had to put this in. So we had two people come out today and say that we're on the verge of nuclear conflict. The one was John Bolton, the ex-national security advisor, warns nuclear war with Russia is a lot closer than it was. And it said former Trump security advisor John Bolton has said that nuclear war with Russia is a lot closer than it previously was. Appearing on the Catch Night at the WABC on the radio on Monday, the foreign policy hawk was asked if Russian President Vladimir Putin might get the green light to use nuclear weapons. Where we are now after this Ukraine success in the north is not that point, he said, but it's a lot closer to it than it was before. He said he has always thought that Mr. Putin would avoid the use of nuclear weapons unless Ukrainians become likely to cross the Russian border. The potential risk of nuclear weapons or the use of nuclear weapons is not so much to change the battlefield, but to strengthen Putin's position at home. Ukrainian forces began the counteroffensive last week in the north, following a disinformation program to make Russians believe an attack in the south was coming. So they came from the north and got Russia to prepare in the south. That is actual smart tactic. I can see why they went back so fast. I think this is the other one. I think this is the other article. Hold on. Oh no, this is the same one. This is the one where Bolton talking about it. When Putin might be more likely to use nuclear weapons. There was another person that I'm looking for that was also talking about it today. Zaporizhia nuclear power plant is also in a safe cool down right now. So as long as nothing interferes with that, which Ukraine is warning of an attack, they should be good. All right. I do got some on my phone that I'm going to read off too. So NATO should prepare for all-out war with Russia as Putin grows desperate amid Ukraine victories. So yeah, this one was the ex-NATO chief that said this one. He said this one on Fox News. So right here, NATO must prepare for an all-out war with Russia as Vladimir Putin is expected to lash out following Ukraine's striking recapture. The Russians in the Russian occupied territory that reversed of the 6 month of the Russian gains, a former NATO deputy commander told Fox News. So yeah, I guess we should be preparing for all out war with Russia. That can't be good. Just like we should be preparing for China too, right? I did hear that yesterday, as we're about to verify now, Taiwan shot at a Chinese drone, and this one was from the PLA. Then we're about to get to our main issue today. All right. Do, 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 do. Trying to figure to find this one. All right, there we go. My phone works better off Wi-Fi. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, this was in the past day. That's why. There we go. Here it is. Shoots down unidentified drone. That was the 12 days ago one. There was one where they just shot one 5 days ago. Taiwan shoots down Chinese drones, military experts say. 1 day ago. Here it is. Here it is. Taiwan forces shot flares at a drone near Kinmen Islands. Kinmen Islands. So here's another one. This one happened yesterday. Taiwanese forces on Monday fired flares at a drone that approached the Kinmen Islands, the defense ministry said. So let y'all know that's getting pretty wild. In late August, the Taiwanese fired a warning shot towards the Chinese PLA's drone for the first time, and then it did it again yesterday. And don't forget that they actually shot one down. Yes, sir. Stay up on all this. Yep, of course, of course. I've been watching this for a while, guys. I already see where it's going. All right, now let's get to some of the stuff that's in my phone at the moment. I'll put it right here. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, Dmitry Medvedev, NATO Russia war. Will Earth will burn and concrete will melt. So this was out today. I see the date on here. Yes, the 13th of September. Dmitry Medvedev, the deputy chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, said commented on a draft of the security treaty that Kyiv published on September 13th. The document published by the Office of the President of Ukraine with recommendations on security guarantees is in fact a prologue to World War III, Medvedev wrote. Our sworn friends and the Western bosses of various ranks to whom this historical appeal is addressed should finally come to understand one simple thing. It directly concerns NATO's hybrid with Russia. The war with Russia, hybrid war, as it says right here. If those half-wits continue to unrestrain supplies of dangerous types of weapons to Kyiv regime, rather sooner or later the campaign will move to another level. Visible boundaries and potential predictability of actions of the parties will conflict will disappear. It will develop its own military scenario by getting new participants involved. It's always been the case. Now, this is where he starts talking about all the burning and all that. But he said, part of this treaty is the United States, Great Britain, Canada, Poland, Italy, Germany, France, Australia, Turkey, the Baltic countries, as well as Northern, Central, and Eastern Europe, could become guarantors of Ukraine's security. Ukraine should obtain security guarantees before the country becomes a possible NATO member. So it looks like they're still going for this. All right. Then there was another one about Putin might use nuclear weapons. This is the one I already just showed you guys. This one, Belarus just asked Russia to deploy nuclear weapons to counter the West as the United States sends 820 million in aid to Ukraine. Wow. So Belarus is asking Russia for nuclear weapons now. And this is because if you read at the bottom down here, it says NATO has deployed up to 300,000 troops on their borders, on their eastern borders. 300,000 troops. Wow. NATO has deployed up to 300,000 troops on the eastern borders, which has prompted Belarus to request Russia for nuclear weapons as deterrence means. China's also warning of a nuclear proliferation threat. And this one's because of the UCAS, because they're thinking that they're trading nuclear materials with Australia. So now China's saying that, we can go into a nuclear mess because of this. Seoul warns North Korea will self-destruct if it uses nuclear weapons. Ooh, I wonder what that means. South Korea warned Tuesday that North Korea that using its nuclear weapons would put it on a path of self-destruction. An unusually harsh language that came days after North Korea's legislated new law that will allow it to use nuclear weapons preemptively. Damn. And we could just keep going on and on and on with this. Like it's bad, it's been a bad day. This one, Japan must not obscure stance on Taiwan issue. China's top diplomat says. Okay, I wonder why. So this ain't the only one. This Japan and China has history of beef, and they still got some unsettled things. So this is why China's kind of like telling Japan to back off because they have bad heat with each other from historic times. World War I. But China is trying to give them that warning, and Russia did the same thing with Germany. I think I still have that on here too about Russia giving Germany a warning about helping. Oh yeah, the United States also promised to help strengthen up ties with Australia. They said they've been avoiding it in the past, and they're doing it now. But I want to find the one about Germany. Oh yeah, this is the one about Ukraine saying that Russia plans more further provocations at the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. Russia is saying that Ukraine is planning to do it, and y'all can see this since the 13th, so you know that's today. Just letting people know. Its power will exceed that of Chernobyl. Minister of Environment on the potential threat of the explosion at the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. They said it'll be way worse than Chernobyl. Way worse. This is an iPhone 12. This one was from their Duma website. I told you guys there's a couple times that I will go to the Russian Duma and listen and read their what's on their website. And this one's saying the Kiev regime is committing crimes in coordination with Washington. This is coming from their lawmakers, just like our Congress. This is their Congress. This is their Duma. And they're already saying that we're involved in this. Russian-led military blocked the CSTO to meet Tuesday at Armenia's request. Yeah, because them and I think Azerbaijan, wait, Azerbaijan, I think it's called, are fighting right now, right on the border. I don't really care about phones. I don't really like to compare them, whatever. I just like what I have. I don't care about the Androids and, old phones and stuff. Though I did like the flip phones when they were a thing, but not right now. Zelensky meets with Danish and Estonian defense ministers. As don't forget that he's supposed to be asking NATO to be helping them. Stronger Congress, White House will deter China. Yes, so they're saying when the GOP take over and Trump or whoever is going to be on there takes over, that would be the only way that would deter China. That China needs strength right now, even though they're all experts and stuff saying any more strength on China would be war. But maybe they just don't know what they're talking about, or whatever. China's top officials signaled to Russia support ahead of Xi and Putin meeting. India and China are disengaging all around, guys. All around. So it looks like India is going to China's side because they even dropped out of trade with us, which will make tensions with us horrible right now. Looks like they're starting to go towards China's side. Now, the United States is considering a comprehensively restructuring policy towards Taiwan Island that may lead to China's strong countermeasures. Hmm. Well, that can't be good. Oh, not to mention that China also think that they're at war with us. So right here, China, Russia formed a new axis to steer the United States into a new Cold War. Expert warns. Gordon Chain warns China believes they are at war with the United States. So here's another one talking about this. The Cold War and oh man, this is getting wild. They said Gordon Chain has sounded the alarm over a new Cold War coming from Russia and China, telling the Mornings with Maria that while many Americans say they don't want a conflict, Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin have met 39 times to ensure it happens. Change also commented on President Biden naming John as his climate Caesar. Wow. China believes that they're at war with the United States, so anyone with these China friendly views who have represented Chinese companies, especially ones that are dangerous, should not be comfortable. Dang, this is crazy. Well, this is on your Fox News. This is on local news. So just showing y'all, I get my sources from all around. This is the one about India walking away from the IPEF, which is I believe the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework or something like that. This is the United States led. It's a little alliance about trade, uh, peace. Supposed to be all. It's supposed to be a big game changer in the Indo-Pacific, but now this might piss the United States off. This one might be the one that get the United States to do something, and they are talking about sanctions on China as well. Ukraine is pushing to liberate all the land from Russia, which the ones that Russia has already seized on their territory, and they're asking the West for the ATAMS. If y'all didn't know about that, which that they will be able to hit into Russia with those, and the Congress is already talking about it, as it says right here. Congress mills the ATACMS, the deadly Azerbaijan and Armenia skirmishes, and then we got the United States and Iran talks going to shit too. Putin will prepare for a hellish winter for Ukraine. American weapons, U.S. intelligence, and the training of Ukrainians. Elite special forces enabled the penetration of the Ukrainian army through Russian positions. I hope everybody's ready for a horrible winter, guys. I hope you guys are ready for a horrible winter. Between Europe that's about to go through this and Russia and other people, this is about to get bad. This is about to get really bad. It's about to be a really bad winter with energy. We got drought and all types of other shit. Which by that time things should be back to normal as far as the water and stuff. If it's really the heat. Energy will cost more. Big deal. Okay. I'm warning people that it's gonna be bad. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be bad in Europe. They're already saying that people are going to starve. There's not going to be energy in Europe and stuff. No, it's more that just it's going to be a little more through the roof. They're not even trading amongst each other. Russia's about to cut off. Well, they have cut off the gas towards Europe. It's good to be optimistic with yourself, but it's good for me to be real with others. If you can't handle it and you're scared, don't come in here. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you, man. All right, I'm getting him out of here. There we go. And that works for me. Yeah, some people are scared. They need to just go to church and pray. Get God. Don't go after people just because they differ opinion of yours. But anyways, let me finish through this. I think that was most of the stuff I have today. Yeah. Oh yeah, the nuclear thing from 2020. This was another thing that I thought about it. Yeah, he was rude about it. That was why I got rid of him, not because his opinion is different from mine. I can really care less if people think that nothing's going to happen and all that bullshit. That's your fault. You will be unprepared for that. But when we start being ignorant towards media, then I get rid of you. I'm not going to tolerate that shit. This is my channel and I run it the way I run it. Don't have to do this every day. I don't have to, do lives and stuff. But I do. Anyways, global nuclear bombs and missiles at market 2022, rising geopolitical conflicts and defense budgets driving sector. Research at market.com. This is where I just searched to know that well, our nuclear missiles are most likely going to be doubled by 2030. They started talking about 2020. I wasn't talking about you. You're not blocked. The other guy's blocked. I'm not talking about you. So by 2030, our nuclear weapons will be doubled, guys. Let me know we're in another arms race. Let me know that we're in like I said, dangerous world. Like they keep warning you guys. Look, this is about to pop off pretty fast. I don't care what people say anymore. Washington just had an evacuation at the Capitol for I guess some kind of fire or something like that. They just had a whole evacuation there. We got countries getting ready to fight off. I didn't even think Armenia and Azerbaijan was going to be fighting this early. We still got Kosovo and Serbia, which we still have no idea what's going to happen there, as that's another standoff between NATO and Russia. We have Russia flying towards Alaska yesterday, flied into our restriction zone in Alaska, and then both Canada and in United States and Canada's air defense identification zone. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Well, I talked about that earlier in this live that they're talking about Putin resigning. The Russian people are standing up. I didn't hide that. I'm not on no. I'm not on that bandwagon of just putting one side of the story out. Yes, Russia's people are standing out. Yes, they want Putin out, and this is why they're saying that he might use nukes, tactical nuclear weapons. I don't know why people act like I'm pro-Russian. Oh yeah, Russia's losing the war now, bro. Yeah, what you gotta say now, dude? I'm gonna say the same thing I've been saying. It's still bad. Like you want me to think that. What are you talking about, the Watchmen? I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to people in this chat. Now, if I'm thinking you're being direct at me, I can get you out of here too. I really don't give a crap. I was not talking to you. I was talking to the people in here. And this was another one from yesterday. Any UFO news? Besides you, Pentagon saying they don't want to release them. Nope. Jay, is this is Jodo? You want me to mod? Uh, Mods ain't doing much blocking. I'm pretty much letting the people talk crap unless they start really talking crap towards me. Then I just get rid of them. But I'm pretty much just letting them, have their little views down there. But if it gets out of hand, I'll just knock them out. I'll kick them out of here. This stuff creates a lot of anxiety. Yeah, I know. All I want is to drink a. Oh Lord. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people here say they left Paul's live. I'm not. I have nothing to do with that. I still support the man. Man's cool. He's never done anything wrong to me or spoke wrong about me. I'm sorry y'all had a bad experience with him, but us creators ain't here to turn against each other or to talk bad about other creators. So that's not where you're gonna find on my channel. Now, if another creator talks bad about me or my channel, then that's a different story. But nobody from Paul's channel, like they're cool with me. I've never had a problem with Paula Adrian or Double 7 or any of the other YouTubers on here. I got nothing bad to say about the man. I'm sorry I didn't agree with what happened, and hopefully that gets resolved. That's all I can really say about that. Do you think you will get drafted when World War III pops off? I'm not getting drafted. You guys might get drafted. I'm gonna be in the mountains somewhere. They might have shit me out of this country. You guys would be drafted. I'm cool. I already got my whole plan ahead of me when shit hits the fan. No, you're not paranoid. World War III is inevitable, and we're seeing it break off. Russia's collapsing right now, and now Russia's going to make an unpredictable and horrible move. Now we're getting to the time that we should be worried about because now the warning of World War III happening by November or December. There we go. Now I don't gotta deal with him anymore. You could come join us in Colorado Mountains. We got caves everywhere. Yeah, I was thinking about going to Colorado. It's in one of the places. Also Canada too, even though there'll be a threat from Russia, because Russia's going to be trying to come from the north. So is China and also the south. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It's about to be bad. But now they're talking about the earth burning and shit. Like, dude, you guys really want a nuclear war over this shit? Is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? That we gotta talk about a nuclear conflict? This is the NATO led alliance that I was talking about that Ukraine wants right now. That would help them. And I already told y'all that all the nations that said that Ukraine was involved in this. This was the one about the Third World War. Had this saved too from 24/7. I told you I was on it today. NATO was calling on Armenia and Azerbaijan to halt the fighting. Yes, they stepped in this too. They put a tweet out telling them to stop. And then, yeah, this is some of the videos I got and stuff. China don't even care about the use of with North Korea's new move. They said the only thing they would do was try to act if North Korea tried to actually use nuclear weapons, but who knows if they'll really act or not. You know, China kind of pulls the strings behind the scenes, and North Korea don't seem to do stuff without, their permission sometimes. Guess it depends. Over the past week, we have gotten several steps closer with a nuclear war with Russia. So I'm just showing you this has been coming out all day. This is what I really was talking about. We should be upping our level, guys. I don't know what's going to happen out of this. I don't know how far this is going to go, but I do hope things do calm down soon, and I hope that we get this shit together because this is not cool, man. This is not cool. We're this close. They're waiting for the right move and the right moment at this point. We're this close. Now, nobody in the army could talk. Uh, Now they gotta watch what they say on social media. So you guys ain't gonna really hear much from the army talking about this. You're not gonna hear much from the media really talking about this anymore. I'm trying to see what road they're gonna go down with this. Are they gonna tell the people towards the end, or are they just gonna leave people to suffer? But I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, it don't go that far though. You guys ask me every week about the doomsday clock. It changed every year, not every month, not every week, not every second, not every hour, not every minute. Every year. Every year towards the 27th or the week of the 20th of January, they changed the doomsday clock. So we won't know for another year or less than a year now. A little less than a year. January 27th or 29th, it should be something on the doomsday clock changing. But that's if we even make it that far. Anyways, I promised to go live. I wanted to talk about that. There's just too much talk of World War III at this point, nuclear weapons, and hopefully things do settle down. I do know we're having electrical problems in the United States. We're having major grid problems in certain areas. Some areas are getting hurt more than others. So I have no clue what Doomsday Clock is. I need to Google this one. Doomsday Clock is some a group of scientists do every year. The closest we've been to midnight is now. So basically the closer that you know how the circular clock works, goes tick tock, whatever. You got the two handles. The The one is 100 seconds to midnight right now. Now, the closer to midnight is pretty much the closer to doomsday, which means a catastrophic event is going to happen on Earth, whether this is nuclear war or climate change or, volcanic, horrible volcanic activity. Something's going to happen to take humans out. We are the closest that we've ever been, ever, ever. For 3 years straight, it's been that way. So we have broken a record 2020, and it's been the same record since. We've been 100 seconds to midnight since 2020. So what does that mean? That means we're on the verge of a catastrophe. That means we're on the verge of something horrible happening on this world, whether it's nuclear war or civil unrest, civil war, or an asteroid, volcano, anything catastrophic. Something's bound to happen within this time. This is why governments are preparing people. This is why experts are coming out saying something big is coming. A lot of people in the army are saying something big is coming. Get houses in order. Um, it's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting really close to that time. So I hope people are really preparing for this and not just saying, "Oh, nothing's gonna happen and we're just gonna be fine." No, man, this is for real. This is for real, man. But I guess I don't know. So they know ahead of time what is going to happen. They don't know ahead of time. They look at the signs of the world. Their job is to study the tensions of the world and the uh uh the position the world is in. So they look at everything. So they look at the leadership, how tough Biden is on China, how tough he is on Trump, the moves they're making. They put out news too every day. They're looking at all these wars like the Russian Ukraine war. They're looking at how close NATO is to Russia, why they got 600,000 troops on high alert right now. Why you think I'm saying 600,000? Because they originally announced 349,000 troops were already on alert, and then additional 300,000 troops got deployed on that. So that makes me think that there's 600,000 on high alert, 649,000 instead of the 300,000 they're trying to make us believe in our head. I think it's way more deployments is coming. They're just doing them at separate times so people don't think about it. But it's a lot of troops on high alert. NATO has a rapid reaction force ready to go. Russia has a force ready to go. They've been flying around showing their capabilities. They've been working with China to drop the US dollar and drop our world dominance and policing. They're working with Iran and North Korea on this because we are heading down the path of World War III, and there's nothing nobody else can tell me to sway me otherwise. We're definitely on the verge of World War III. Everybody's jumping into this, and I'm seeing the signs every day. I'm so tired of people saying I'm a fearmonger. I'm just trying to scare people and all this stupid bullshit. I wouldn't just do this to scare people. What kind of stupid person would do that? I'm not that type of person. I'm here to warn people because I see it. Why not use my talent if I have it? Why not talk to people if I know what the fuck's going on? That would be fucking selfish not to say something. And I always tell people that don't want to listen, why are you here? If you really feel that way, if you really feel that way that I'm scaring people and I'm just doing it, then why do you watch my channel every day? Why do you come and watch my channel just to say that I do the same thing? Can't do that, man. Just go to another channel if that's the case. But obviously you love what I do because you always come back. But I can't persuade everybody though. You need haters just like you need people that support you. So if people want to continue to hate on me and that's what they want to be known for is the haters, go ahead and be my guest. That's not going to change my channel. That's not going to stop me from reporting the truth. That's not going to stop me from reporting my news. That's not going to stop me from associating with the people that I do associate with on a daily basis on my channel. I'm going to still be me, and I guess I'll let you still be you. We'll keep it there. But I do know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know how we're getting fucking close. We're getting really close. It's getting really dangerous. The longer this war drags out, the more dangerous it's going to get. And then when two wars are breaking off, and it's China and Taiwan and Russia and Ukraine, then see how horrible it is. And then come back and tell me that nothing's going to happen and nothing's going on. Because then it'll be way different. Way different then. Our country will be crashing. It won't just be Russia, it'll be China, the United States, and the world crashing. Wake up, my friends. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say to you is to wake up and pay attention and don't be dragged down by this foolish news and propaganda bullshit that nothing's going on and this cannot lead to no nuclear war because obviously even the toughest of the tough is starting to come out and say, yeah, Putin could use the nuclear. I thought it was impossible. I thought there was no way, he was going to do it because of the circumstances. But yeah, Ukraine is pushing them into a corner. And when top leadership started to tell you to get the hell out and they don't want you in there, then you start making desperate moves to get your approval ratings up there. Putin don't want to get out of office. He want to stay in there. Just like China. China's eventually, they're doing this calmness for the election. They're doing all this little showing off and missiles around Taiwan, blowing missiles around Taiwan, doing shells around Taiwan and shit. They're doing all that because the election's coming up. Russia's going through an election right now. The United States is getting ready for a Congress and Senate change. All this going around and show of strength is going to lead us into something that we really don't want to get into. But we're walking into it. We're sleepwalking right into it. I don't care how many times they say, oh, we don't want it to happen, but you're going to make it happen. You can say that all you want, but actions speak louder than words. Armenia sides with Russia. It's snubbed to Azerbaijan over border crisis. That's the second war. That one's the second war. I'm trying to see if it's going to really break out or if it's going to calm down. If it's going to be one of those, hey, we started it, but we might calm it down. Oh, there's another one I got to talk about. Let me just tell y'all what I'm talking about right now. Hold on. Azerbaijan has no, not Azerbaijan. Where are they? Montenegro. There it is. So NATO member. This is on the Los Angeles Times. NATO member not Montenegro came under cyber attack by Russians. So y'all know Iran's been cyber attacking Albania, and now we have Montenegro getting massive cyber attacks from Russia, who is a NATO member. So Russia's massively cyber attacking NATO members. They're also putting targets on their head because remember that they said if this continues on the way that it's going, there's going to be lots of lands on fire, and well, we know what that means. Came out of Medvedev's mouth himself, and he's the head of the Security Council. Greek forces fired at a Turkish vessel 30 times. This was also today, September 13th, as you can see at the top. Wow. They shot at a Turkish vessel 30 times. And no, this ain't 24/7 War News GR. This is actually on a Turkish website. As you can see, Turkey at the top. Another one talking about the heavy fighting on the border with Armenia and Azerbaijan. Armenia appeals for Russian military aid. Troops killed. Like this is just going. The United States Army is looking for ways to build up to 500 more HIMARS missiles after Ukraine showed its display with the war with Russia. Now, this is the one I was talking about with Russia. Okay, so I was telling y'all about Russia. The Kremlin called out Germany for abandoning its historic neutrality regarding shipping weapons to foreign conflicts, with Russia's ambassador to Berlin stressing German government has crossed a red line. The very fact Ukrainian regime is being supplied with German-made lethal weapons, which are not only used against Russian military services but have civilian population of Donbass, crosses the red line. He stressed that Berlin has now crossed a point of no return. They have crossed the Rubicon. He said that Germans should know better than to cross Russia's red line, consider the moral and historic responsibility of the Germany that has before our people for the Nazi crimes. Germany has unilaterally acted to destroy bilateral relations with Russia that were unique in scale and depth that has been built over decades. And in essence, the post-war constellation of our nations and people is being eroded. Okay, so with Germany and Russia, the rivalry is kind of like China and Japan. Got big historic differences. Big historic differences. And the war was so big. They kind of held the grudge over the years, but they kind of learned to deal with each other. These are different eras. They're not really like on it like they were back then. But they're putting these small warnings out like, you remember history. We fought before. We've had these disputes before. You know what this leads to. You probably should stop now. Don't support Taiwan. That's what China's trying to tell Japan. And Russia's telling Germany not to support Ukraine because this is exactly kind of how you were doing in the Nazi era. Finding any way to bring us down. Now they're working with the United States to bring them down. Back then, the United States worked with Russia to bring Germany down. Crazy. History truly only always repeats itself, man. Just in different ways. It's a way different way this time. And this is the one I was talking about with the United States, the U.S. is having electricity problems with their grid. So if you guys are having flickerings or power outages and there's no storms or anything, just warning you now that they're being reported that there's outages all around the country right now. Flickering lights in homes, businesses, and there's no storms to account for this. And then I also had this on here just to show y'all that I also had the article talking about Taiwan forces firing on a PLA drone by the Kinmen Islands again. And then Taiwan confirming that this drone had crossed the median line before they fired on them. So letting y'all know I am legit on this. Cyber warfare. China attacks force Taiwan to bolster defenses. Power plants, hospital, and other essential facilities seen as possible targets of cyber attacks. It's that time, guys. It's really that time. Russia. This is what I was just telling you guys just a little bit ago. This was on 9/11. Russia flies two reconnaissance aircraft into restricted zone near Alaska on September 11th. NORAD planes scrambled to escort planes out of the defense identification zone. Wow. They said that the Russian warplanes in the past have been used has used air zone fights to send a signal to the United States military in times of tension. So pretty much letting us know that we are not okay right now. We are not good right now. This former U.S. general is warning that the world should prepare for the collapse of Russia in the next 4 to 5 years. They always put a big time zone on it, but I think it'll be a lot smaller. I don't be like, oh yeah, let's wait 4 to 5 years, guys. Nothing's gonna happen 4 to 5 years. Okay, no, I don't trust that. I don't trust that. No. Erdogan will attack Greece. Conflict and national emergency is his plan. He will trigger a crisis to avoid the elections. So, looks like the United States ain't the only ones trying to start a crisis to avoid the elections. Look like Erdogan needs the same distraction. Wow. Denver gives out bug out bags away as a part of National Preparedness Month. Oh yeah. Oh, this was the video one. Whoops. There we know Erdogan. I'm not Erdogan, but Oregon. Fire official warns that we're really concerned about the next 72 hours. Yeah, I heard Oregon was on fire. They're having bigger fires and stuff. United States Navy and allies began exercises near Turkey as NATO monitors Russian ships. This one will have participants from 12 different naval countries, NATO countries. This will have 50 surface ships, 5 submarines, 5 patrol planes, helicopters from the United States, Belgium, Bulgaria, Canada, France, Germany, Greece, Italy, Poland, Romania, Spain, and Turkey. Wow. Just letting y'all know that all the names are at the bottom. You can see Canada down there, Poland, Romania, Spain, Turkey, Bulgaria, Belgium, United States, Italy, France, Germany, all that. All that's in there. So let y'all know. And this one's from a store, Stars and Stripes. Y'all see Stars and Stripes on there. So, boom. Russians fled in stolen cars and left behind death and destruction, the Washington Post reports. All right. Putin scrambles marshal Russian forces as Ukraine reaches border. So the Ukrainian army has reached the Russian border. They're fighting. Their little movements are doing great. They're doing great. They push Russia all the way back. Russia's getting ready for a big offensive, and nobody knows what it's going to be. Yes, the queen dying does signify a new era to me. Moscow comments after Ukraine claims it reached Russian borders, pretty much saying that the Russian army is ready to protect past their border. If Ukraine does decide to go into Russia, that would definitely be a concerning thing. I mean, not to say that they won't do it, and it would be wrong because it's war, and Russia's waging war in Ukraine, so they will be able to wage war back on Moscow. Zelensky rejects negotiations with Russia. Medvedev responds with threats. Jay, I've been a fan for 1.5 years now. Just want to say you're the best news reporter. Thank you. Thank you. I try my best. Show love to the channel, guys, if you want to. If you can, it's okay. Much love to everybody in here. I'm just glad that we're up to 200 people and people are watching this and paying attention to this. Finally paying off on YouTube. YouTube's finally paying off. Key fears Putin's counterattack. Russia conducts air raids in Kharkiv. Germany rejects tank demand because Ukraine wants more tanks from Germany. They don't got enough to give them out. We're really stressing ourselves with this war. Hey, Lon, how you doing, girl? Good night, Lisa. But this goes on and on and on. This is what we got to yesterday. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this because this is important and this is very bad. Like, I hope you guys are paying attention to this World War III scenario. We might actually see a nuclear bomb get dropped, and I hope we wouldn't see that in our lifetime. But I kind of figured the way that the United States and Russia and China are all, well, not really China. China hasn't really been in wars like recently. Russia and the United States have been in more wars recently, and you could just see that something was going to happen eventually. This was going to spiral out of control eventually. There's just no avoiding it. I don't care how much in denial you are. It's popping up in everybody's head now. Like, oh man, what day am I going to wake up and all this fighting is going to happen? What happens when I wake up and the news is telling me I need to evacuate because there's about 200 nukes heading towards the United States. Like, come on, man, this is about to be real. This is something nobody ever thought they would have to think about in their lifetime. On top of possibly being homeless because energy and house costs is going up. On top of being hungry because food costs is going up. On top of not having a vehicle because gas is going through the roof. Like, there's just so much shit that people got to think about right now. And I don't blame you guys. I wouldn't want to think about that every day either. But this is the world we have to live in. We got to suck it up and we got to be strong. We can't be crybaby boys no more, man. We are men and women. We got to pick up the slack, man, of our own BS government, man. And they're going to get us involved in something that we're definitely going to regret being involved in. I can tell you that right now, because people don't want to lose power right now. People don't want to think about a world without laundry, think about a world without toilet paper or freaking electricity or any kind of electronics technology. Think about a world without their kids going to school and not having a tablet to freaking calm them down. Like, come on, dude, this is where we're at. People don't want this to happen. People don't want to lose a stove and have to cook over a campfire. People don't want to lose their homes and have to sleep in the street with a tent, not knowing if somebody's going to shoot you or rob you or take your shit or what. Nobody wants to think about that shit. Plus, your government ain't telling you about it. So in your head, you're probably thinking, "Oh yeah, Russia attacks, everybody panics, but it's just going to happen in one section of the United States. It's not going to happen in the whole United States. So we'll just be good." No, you won't. There will be looters. They'll be looking for you. They'll be watching you, especially when shit hits the fan, and that's all they know that they're probably gonna have to eat and shit. They're gonna be there watching you. But we're not defeated. We're not dead. We are here. We're still alive. We're still making it through this. We're still kicking, guys. Yes, I have Cash App. Chrissy, she just put all my donation stuff here. I can also put my donation stuff at the bottom in the chat. But yes, I do have Cash App, I have Venmo, and I have PayPal. All of it should be my name. Besides my PayPal is my email. And I don't think I could type in here, can I? I don't even look like I could comment. No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah. I might have to do it with my other phone. Maybe. I'm about to try this out. Yep. There you go. I figured it out. Let me turn this down. Alright, I think I figured it out. Alright. Got it. Got it down there. Ah, I figured out the trick. I figured out the trick. Thanks, Jay, for everything. Of course, man. I got you guys' back, man. I got you guys' back. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for coming through and helping. Thank you for watching my TikToks. If you're on my TikToks, if you're on my YouTubes, thank you for being patient. I know it's so hard for me to do both platforms. I'm not going to lie, especially when I do full dedication on TikTok. It's really hard for me to move on YouTube, but I've been doing it. I'm pushing. I'm like, just do it, Jay. It's nothing to just do it for a second. So I got it. I'm on it. I'm on it. But man, thank you guys, man, for coming through. I hope we do make it through this, man. And I'm hoping to get a live in tomorrow. I don't know if the morning will be good. I have a couple things to do. Maybe if I get up early enough, we could do our early live. I think that'd be nice. Whew, man. Love your news. Thank you. Thank you for reporting all the news. Of course, guys, I got y'all back. Trust the Lord. I trust the Lord as well. I trust the Lord as well. He will make it. He will make it good. He will. He has a plan, and we will be okay. Just have faith, guys. That's all I ask. Have faith. But anyways, I think I'm gonna hop out of here and call it a day. My butt's exhausted, and when I wake up tomorrow, I should be posting some videos. And I've been making sure to eat. I know everybody always gets on me about eating. I've been making sure to eat, so I got me a meal. I've been ate me some cereal this morning. Ate me a little bit of food today. I've been eating less to try to lose weight because I'm trying to get straight pure muscles back. So you know, can't be the world's top reporter looking like a. No, I was playing. But anyways, man, I love you guys, man. Thank you for coming through. Um, I will keep this up so you can do a recap on this, so you will get the news either way. Have a great night, guys, and it was great seeing y'all. Remember the golden rule: love, unity, and peaceful life. And on top of that is preparedness and awareness. This is all I have for now. Probably more coming up as soon as we started learning more about what happened in Moscow and the emergency meeting with Putin, because Putin had an emergency meeting with the Duma. That's another thing that I need to figure out what the hell's going on. But anyways, have a great day. Restart this chat if you need or restart this video if you need a recap. I'm about to save this on here, so peace out.